Oh, yeah? Sana me conozco. Hej Claes. Claes? Hej Nigar.
Hej, hej.
Hej, du heter i skärmen Claes i Helison.
Va?
Du heter
Det är
Claes
klart.
i
Ja,
Helison.
det är gamla Zoom.
Då kanske vi
Ja,
ändrar namnet.
en stackars bot.
Nej, det är lugnt.
Börjar vi nu 1:00, va? Några minuter till.
Welcome.
مرحبا جميعا.
أهلا وسهلا.
أهلين فيك.
أهلين عدنان.
هاي علي هبا.
Hej, hej.
يعطيكم العافية. أنا كأنه سمعتك نور عم تحكي بس ما سمعنا صوتك.
بس سلمت عليكم. يسعد لي أوقاتكم. هاي علي هبا. مسموع الصوت؟
إيه مسموع.
أنا سمعان.
أوكي تمام. ماذا عدنان ما بعد من عندك سمعني عدنان؟
لا تمام هلا سمعت.
تمام.
الله يسعد أوقاتك نور.
وأوقاتك حبيبتي، كيفك؟ شو أخبارك؟
والله الحمد لله تمام الحمد لله.
الله يسلمك يا رب.
الله يسعدك. يسعد أوقاتكم جميعا.
يعطيكم العافية. رح نبلش الاجتماع هلا خلال دقيقة إن شاء الله. We will start the meeting within 1 minute. Just to let you know that we're gonna record the meeting, and right now. So if you don't like to show your picture, you can just disable the picture. And also, this, as you know, that this meeting is broadcasted live on YouTube. So there's people also, like we have guests and observers, and like anyone can see our meeting live on YouTube. So also the link for the YouTube live has been shared as well.
There is a problem with the sound, I think, Adnan, because your sound is being heard twice. So
Okay, so welcome everyone to SGN annual meeting, and or what they call it, general conference. Just as you know, a recap that our organization every year have an annual meeting. That in this meeting we have representatives from our local associations and organizations that under the support group network umbrella that they meet. So those representatives, they meet in a general conference to decide on issues that related to the organization work. They look at reports, work reports, and on the balance sheet for the organization. We look also at the audit report for the organization, and we have also we discussed together a little bit on the work plan for the next year for 2023. Also the estimated budget for the next year. In the same time, we take decisions on important issues. And we have sure always in each 2 year, and as you know, in our organization we have elections for a new board for the organization. Last year we had that election, so we elected a new board last year. So this year there will be no elections for a new board or for the tailors or for the audits or all like for example election committees. They are all elected for 2 years last year. So this year we only for to show reports and talk about the plans for the next year. As you know as well, that in terms when it comes to our organization, it's important that those representatives that they represent the local associations and present the organizations under our umbrella, they vote on issues related to the organization. They vote on if it's this annual meeting, for example, is have been handled according to our constitution, Stuttgart. And also, it's very important that we have an election committee. You have access? I think everyone have access to the protocols from last year, and we are updating our website, and it has to be like it has to be on the old website. But now I think Mahmoud is working on it. That all our for the previous years, all our protocols, budget balance sheets, budgets, and Verksamhetsberättelse or the work plan or the worksheet is all available for public in the website. So for those representatives, it's very important that they are the only ones who have the voting rights, and they have the right to present. The election committee, they are the ones who are responsible to arrange this meeting and the next meeting, and usually they are in communications with all local representatives and the chairmen of the local boards, and they discuss with them all the matters that relate to this meeting. I would like to welcome you all. So it's very important for us to explain because we have guests, and I know we have new people. They don't know that how the democratic structure. So we don't have a direct member votes in our organization. We are democracy of representatives. Those representatives, they have members who vote on them, and those representatives then they come to general conference to vote on matters that matters to our organization. So it's very important for all the new people, the guests, and the observers also to know these information. I would like to welcome you in this annual meeting. We'll try to keep it short. We'll try to present everything that we did. We'll try to present all the great work, the wonderful work that our volunteers, our employees that did last year, that we are proud of. And we will talk about our ambitions for next year. We are facing difficult times, especially in Europe in general, but also in Sweden. And we're trying our best to overcome these, by making sure that our organization works first and for all for human rights. Human rights is the first baseline of our work when we handle any matter, any situation, that the value of the human and the dignity of whatever we're doing or others doing. And as you know, dignity is very important when we do any kind of work. Dignity is according to the chapter of the human rights, is the source of all human rights. This is inherited right that we all born with it. This is not something that you get through your work. This is something, a right that you're born with it. So we need to make sure that not only in our organization, but also everyone that we work and we could influence, that respects the human dignity for refugees, for asylum seekers, for migrants, and for people with any kind of invulnerable situation in our communities. Welcome, and I would invite Bilal Al-Mubarak, as the election committee agreed that he will be the chair for this meeting. I would like him to open and start the procedures for this meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adnan. My name is Bilal Al-Mubarak, and for those who don't know me, I'm the CEO of the organization. I will be talking in English and Swedish because we have international guests and we have international collaborators, as well as SGN Stuttgart from Germany. So we need to be speaking in English, but at the same time, we also need to speak in Swedish. För den här punkten så är det val av ordförande plus sekreterare. Och då har valkommittén förslagit mig som ordförande, och sekreteraren blir då Mahmoud Yunus. Han ska ta alla anteckningar och sen lämna dem till styrelsen. Det är något problem där. So the selection of the chairman of the meeting, this meeting, and the secretary of the meeting, it's Mahmoud, and I am the chairman of this meeting. So if anyone has something against this, should speak about it from the electoral register from valkommittén, naturligtvis. So we can go forward. Let's see here. Sen kommer det val av protokolljusterare och rösträknare. And this means the election of protocol signers and tellers. For this year, we are suggesting Noor Abdul Salam and Khalil Al-Bash to sign the protocols because they need to be signed in front of all authorities. Så för detta år så har vi förslagit Noor Abdul Salam och Khalil Al-Bash för att vara protokolljusterare och tellers, räknare. Så om någon från valkommittén eller från röstlängden har någonting emot det, så det är bara att säga till. If anyone from the electoral register has something against this, so they might speak now. Otherwise we can continue. Nummer 4, fastställande av röstlängd. Electoral register for this meeting, and as Adnan explained, it's the representatives from all the local associations that are under the umbrella of Support Group Network. So we have, as you know now, local förening in Stockholm, we have in Vänersborg, Trollhättan, Göteborg, Mölndal, Mellerud, Malmö, Jönköping, Stuttgart, Stuttgart, and Uddevalla. And why some has 2 and some have only 1 representative? This is related to the number of members that each local association has. So once the local association has more than 100, then they have right to have 2 representatives at the annual meeting. So these are the names that we got from the local associations themselves, that they want those names to be represented in this annual meeting. Och det här gäller då röstlängden, och det är som Adnan sa, representanter från de lokala föreningarna som är anknutna till Support Group Network för umbrella organization. Vissa har 2 stycken eftersom de har så pass mycket antal medlemmar, över 100, och sen andra har bara 1 representant, och då gäller det att de har mindre än 100 medlemmar i sin lokala förening. Så det här är röstlängden för i år. Är det någon som känner att någonting fattas eller saknas? Is there anyone that feels that there is something missing here?
Ja, Bilal, jag ska bara lägga till en sak att vi har glömt att justera det representative från Millerud och det är Khaled istället för Firas. Så vi tog emot det här pappret 2 dagar sedan, så vi glömde att justera den i PowerPoint här. Så det var det.
Tack Khalil. Jag ska sluta dela skärm. Och,
sorry, Bilal. Also, like me from Jönköping, not Vänersborg.
Anas, vi kan inte höra dig. Kan du unmuta dig själv?
Yeah. For me, I'm from Jönköping, not Vänersborg. Do you hear me better now? Oh, good.
Bilal,
Sorry, Bilal, you
unmute
need to
yourself.
unmute you.
It's 2 columns, Anas. So your column is number 10, Anas, Jönköping, not Vänersborg. Okay, good. I will edit the other one quickly and reshare again. Khalid. So thank you, Khalil, once again for this PowerPoint. Okay. So share. So I hope now it's there's no mistake in it. Is there anyone that feels something missing here? Någon som känner att någonting fattas eller saknas här? Så är det bara att säga till. Så vi ska börja räkna vem från från röstlängden som är närvarande på mötet. Och Khalil och Noor ska hjälpa mig med detta. Vi kan börja med Noor.
Ja.
Mohammed Al-Nasir.
Jag är här. I'm here.
Båda 2 from Stockholm. Both of them from Stockholm. And Adnan, I guess I saw you in the beginning of the meeting.
Yes, I am.
And Amne.
Ja.
From Vänersborg. Khalil. Khalil, you are here. And me, I am here.
Ja.
Muayyad Abu Khalid.
Ja, jag är här.
Varmt välkommen Muayyad. Khalid Al-Khatib. Khalid. Khalid är inte här.
Ja.
Yes.
Jag har.
Hej Khalid.
Ja, hej.
Hala Tidiane.
Ja, jag är här. Hej.
Välkommen.
Tack.
Anas Al-Saadi.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Mus'ab Tato.
Yes, I'm here.
Misbah Qasimi. Is Misbah with us? No, so Misbah is not in the meeting. Asma Daher. Is Asma in the meeting? No. Okay, then we have 11 out of 13. This means that we can continue the meeting. Sen handlar punkt nummer 5 om fastställande av agendan. decision about the agenda that you have received for a couple of days ago. Do you think that this is the agenda that you expect during an annual meeting? Then it's okay. If you need to clarify or say something about it, then you are welcome from the electoral register as usual. Så om ni känner att den här agendan motsvarar era förväntningar så är det jättebra. Annars om ni vill säga till eller lägga till någonting eller säga någonting så det är bara att räcka upp handen för de som har rätt att prata. Absolut. Så vi fastställer agendan och går vidare. This question is about if the meeting has been proclaimed and announced according to the statutes of the organization. Frågan om mötet har utlysts på rätt sätt enligt stadgarna. Om ni tycker att det har utlysts på ett rätt sätt så räcker det med att vara tysta. Om ni tycker annorlunda så kan ni räcka upp handen, röstlängden. If you think that the meeting was announced according to the statutes, so then it's okay. You can keep silent, and this is enough. Otherwise, you can raise up your hand and say something against this. So we go forward. And now it's the time to tell about the what we call the annual report, verksamhetsberättelse, for last year. And last year was a rich year of too many activities, projects, nationally, internationally, as well as on European level. It was really extensive year with a lot of things that happened both internally and externally in Sweden, outside of Sweden. So it was too much. And we have a very nice verksamhetsberättelse, annual report that Mahmoud, thank you Mahmoud, has created with the statistics, with exact numbers of people that received services, free services throughout our activities and projects last year. We will send a copy to all of you guys in the meeting so you can have a look on it. Här säger jag att vi har haft jättemycket förra året. Då hade vi nationella projekt plus internationella projekt och EU-projekt. Och sen det har hänt mycket både i Sverige, inom Sverige, utanför Sverige, i hela världen. Så hela världen har ändrats helt enkelt. Och vi har också förändrats enlighet. Vi har haft jättemycket att göra. Vi har gett jättemycket. Vi har via våra projekt mött väldigt många personer som uppskattade våra insatser. Faktiskt. Så denna verksamhetsberättelsen har skapats av Mahmoud och den innehåller i år mer statistik och mer konkreta fakta och siffror kring vad vi har gjort och hur mycket vi har åstadkommit under 2022. Vi kommer skicka en kopia till alla i mötet. Sen strategically we have new collaborations with new big collaborators such as University of Malmö and University of Gothenburg, and we are trying to expand the concept of self-organization in not only in Sweden and Europe but also internationally. And for this we are having some meetings with groups in Asia, in Africa. And we are trying to collaborate and create a bigger network all the time. And for example, we have connected support group network to the first youth network of refugees on European level. And we have had the first meeting in the European Parliament, which was really fascinating. And now we are part of this, and we are applying for funds together. We are trying to make campaigns and advocate together on European level. This is happening for the first time, and this is really good for not only for us in SGN, but for all refugees or youth on different EU countries. But we are, as I said, we are even in Sweden trying to create more collaborations and to work more strategically. And for this, for the first time this last year, we had the role of we are in a part of a very big project, a 3-year project that's owned by the Västra Götaland regionen, and our role this time is to what's called in Swedish kompetensutveckla, to develop the competence of all personnel who are working this project. And here we are talking about more than 100 people, as teachers, as officials, as people working in different municipalities, and so on. So this time we have it feels that we are going towards more and more strategical work. And as I said, we are planning more collaborations with new collaborators all the time. In the job market inclusion, I would like to ask my colleague Nigar to tell about this, because last year we have done some breakthrough in this field, as I can express it. Nigar, vill du säga några ord om inkludering i arbetsmarknaden?
Hör du mig?
Nu hör jag dig.
Ja, jättebra. Perfekt. Vad vill du ska jag säga? Vi har jobbat intensivt med alla som sökte sig till oss. En del vill gärna ha jobb, andra vill ha kanske praktikfråga. Och sen har vi en grupp som har varit intresserade att starta eget. Och vi har försökt att se individens behov, och enligt individens behov sen vi har gjort en individuell plan som är passade till individuella behovet, och det var det att genom nätverkkontakter som vi har med företagare kunde vi placera folk på arbetsplatser, och samtidigt vi kunde också skaffa jobb till några stycken som egentligen varit aktuella eftersom de har gått också vara yrkesförberedande kurser. Sen har vi antal personer som har varit duktiga på att starta eget, så de fick allt hjälp och kontakter och marknadsföringsfråga och startade upp sina företag. Fortfarande vi fortsätter med det arbetet och erbjuder konsultation, rådgivning. Samtidigt också vi hjälper till att de kommer i kontakt med andra företag. Och i den här frågan vi samarbetar med alla aktörer på lokalen som heter Yesbox Entrepreneurs House, och samtidigt vi också samarbetar med andra som är utanför den här boxen, och vi har goda erfarenhet också och samarbete med myndigheter som har ett ansvar, Arvux är en, och sen har vi Arbetsförmedlingen i Gamla stan, och har vi också några andra myndigheter i stan. Det är det som vi gör. Och det är väldigt efterfrågat, och nu blir mycket mer aktuellt också apropå det här med att vi kommer att jobba med det stora projektet som du har berättat om, Bilal, just nu. det här med att hjälpa de som jobbar med tredjelandsmedborgare att kunna komma närmare till arbetsmarknaden kommer säkert också alltså alla har förväntningar på oss att det ska vi kunna hjälpa till och hjälpa människorna att komma så snabbt som möjligt närmare till arbetsmarknaden. Det är det som vi gör.
Tack så mycket Nigar. Jättefint. Och vi är alla stolta över de insatserna som ni gör. Inte bara i Göteborg utan i hela västra Götaland. Och Claudio, om du vill lägga till några ord om helhetslyfte, väldigt kort liksom.
Yes, I can add some words to what you just said. It's the biggest project to enhance third country national to enter faster into the Swedish labor market. And there are basically almost all folkhögskolor in Western Sweden, part of it. Also, we have nearly 10 municipalities that are also part. And in the municipalities, we have the job labor departments, different municipalities. And the role of support group is actually a very large one. It's both to see and to come in with inputs from us, from third country national, but also to advise and give lectures and support to those folk high schools, and also to the labor markets in the different municipalities on how we can working together on how we can speed up the introduction into the labor market. So yeah, it's a tremendous work. It's an honor to be part of it, and we're already drawing lessons. And as I also put in the chat, Bilal is in the steering committee, and I think that's been also mentioned that our part and our work is appreciated, but by all the partners. So this is very good. Thank you all.
Claudio.
Thank
Thank you very much. And we are really, this is also one of the biggest projects that we have nowadays. So next year you will get to hear more about what we have done during 2023. So keep posted for this. And now a little bit about our intercultural centers. Nu ska vi berätta lite grann om våra interkulturella center. Både i Vänersborg och Trollhättan. Vi kan börja med Vänersborg. Varsågod Amne.
Ja, tack. Vänersborgs interkulturellt centrum är mötesplats för alla individer, alltså till exempel barn, vuxna och ungdomar. Och syftet från den här centret att smälta gränserna mellan deltagare från olika ålder, i olika ålder, från olika bakgrund, genom kultur, konst, föreläsningar, idrottsförening och så här. Förra året vi hade 2 projekt, alltså en projekt för ungdomar som arbetar med Vänersborgs kommun, och det var för ungdomar, unga och unga vuxna. Ja, vi körde bra aktiviteter, lärande aktiviteter, och har en bra möjlighet att studera lugn och ro i centret. Samtidigt stöttar de att skapa CV, söka jobb, för sommarjobb och lediga jobb. Andra projekt hade vi UNICEF-projekt för ukrainare. Och vi hade olika aktiviteter för ukrainare att inkludera i arbetsmarknad, och samhällsinformation, och att det blir lättare att integrera i samhället. Och i slutet med den här projektet vi lyckats att hjälpa eller att organisera dem och hjälpa dem att att skapa egna förening i Vänersborg. Och andra aktiviteter för vuxna. Vi körde som vanligt föreläsningar genom samhällsinformation. Samhällsinformationsföreläsningar inom integrationsfrågor.
Tack så mycket, Anna. Tack så mycket. Då kan vi lyssna lite grann på Batul i Trollhättan. Sen kan jag sammanfatta allt på engelska.
Ja, hej allihopa. Hör ni mig?
Yes.
Yes. Jag var inte förberedd att prata, men vi ska sammanfatta snabbt vad vi gör här i Trollhättan. Vi har inte börjat länge sedan. Det var i oktober förra året. Började jag och min kollega. Vi jobbar med att öka inkludering och avbryta segregation, speciellt i Kronogården. Men vi vet att alla verksamhet är bra att göra utifrån individers behov och intresse, så att alla kan engagera sig på bästa sätt. Vi har träffat många som kan språket och är utbildade, och när de kommer till arbetsmarknaden så det funkar inte som det ska. Därför har vi försökt på vårt sätt att skapa aktiviteter efter alltså, vi vet att det finns osynliga hinder. Så vi försökte att skapa verksamheter där olika individer från olika kulturer, föreningar, företag mötas tillsammans. Så vi kallar det att bygga broar mellan varandra. Ja, det var grunden för vår verksamhet här i Trollhättan. Tack.
Tack så mycket, Batul. And I will summarize a little bit about both Vänersborg and Trollhättan in English. Now I am sharing the verksamhetsberättelse, the annual report that is put now on the chat. You can download it for free and go through it. It's really fantastic. And as you can see, there are statistics this year telling about how many people, exact ages that got free activities and free services through our different projects. In Vänersborg and Trollhättan, we are trying to increase the inclusion and increase the segregation in those cities, and we are helping too much in the job in the labor market by creating CV, by helping people to apply for jobs, and so on. And this is something that's very successful, and we can see that this is very much behoof-based, and this is what we do all the time. We only focus on behoof-based activities. Apart from that, we have too many activities running for different ages, for both women and men and children and so on. And maybe the most important thing that's happening in Vänersborg Intercultural Center is the implementation of a pilot of our biggest EU project, Refugee Ed, where we are implementing the successful educational actions each Friday at 3 o'clock, where children from different backgrounds are coming, are learning in a way that's very efficient, that keeps them all the time motivated. And we have done a baseline evaluation before they start these circles and before they join the pilot. And then at the end, there would be an end line evaluation just to determine how much this was helpful for them to use this way of education instead of the traditional way of education. It's too much to talk here, but maybe you can read more about the project itself on the verksamhetsberättelsen, the annual meeting, as well as on the website refugee-ed-EU. And here is the annual report very quickly. I'm just trying to make it visible, all the slides to you, so you can see how much it's well organized, and it's talking about not only our projects but also about our branches in different cities and different countries. Yes, so now we can stop sharing here and we can get back to our presentation, lovely presentation. And I would like to invite Iman to talk about our EU projects.
Yes, hej allihopa. Så jag ska berätta lite kort om våra EU-projekt. Vi jobbar just nu med 3 europeiska projekt finansierade av Erasmus+. En av dem heter Needs for Needs och där jobbar vi med att utbilda unga vuxna för att vara ledare. Och det här projektet har börjat förra året och vår roll som SDN också i samarbete med Rädda Barnen har tillsammans skapat träninginnehållet inom empowerment-verktyg. Just nu vi kommer i april erbjuda unga vuxna som är utbildade och ska leda och träna andra personal och unga vuxna. Vi har en annan projekt som heter Mentor Me och där kommer vi börja också med det här året att erbjuda unga att resa utomlands och få utbildning inom hur kan man vara mobilitetsmentor. Vi har den andra projekt som heter Take Action, Create Change. Där också vi lyckades förra året att erbjuda utbildning för unga vuxna inom ledarskap och inom civilt engagemang. Och de också var utbildade och sen kom tillbaka och implementerade utbildning här i Sverige. Så att de försöker så mycket som möjligt att sprida här information för alla för unga i Sverige. Och snart kommer vi också erbjuda för dem att resa utomlands och utbilda sig inom hur kan de vara också ledare. Och sen de kommer tillbaka också implementera här. De här 3 projekt som är på gång, det finns mycket att berätta om, men vi försöker så mycket som möjligt att kortfatta det. Ja, det var tack.
Tack så mycket, Iman. If you would like to talk a little bit about it in English.
Yes, so I will also summarize this 3 ongoing European projects funded by Erasmus+. We have Needs for Needs project, where we give an opportunity to youth workers in Sweden to be trained and go to training in empowerment tools as a support group network and in collaboration with Save the Children. We had the role to create the content of the training, what kind of empowerment tools that are needed for youth, where we did focus groups also with youth. They themselves decided the tools. And then now we are gonna invite them to train other youth workers and employees also in Sweden. We have another project which called Mentor Me, and how it's the role of this project is about how to be a mobility mentor, and where we will send some youth workers from Sweden to get trained, and they will come back also to implement the training here in Sweden. We have another project called Take Action, Create Change, And most of our project focus on some youth workers got trained in leadership, advocacy, and civic engagement. Where also we will send some youth workers to travel this year and get trained in leadership, and they will come back also to be leaders and spread this tools to other youth workers in Sweden. Thank you.
Tackar Iman. Nu fortsätter vi och sen tar vi Restad Gård. Varsågod Malin.
Yeah. Hi everyone. I work in Restad Gård and I work with asylum seekers. Mostly we have basic need activities for the asylum seekers. Under 2022, we had different projects through the government. We had Stringent Asylum and we had Next Step in Sweden. Stringent Asylum was to learn the refugees about the Swedish society, the labor market, and strengthen their health. Also more knowledge about the Swedish language. And in the Next Step of Sweden, we had about the labor market, and it's about to learn more on how it works with work in Sweden, how to make a CV, and how to develop in Sweden more. We also have other projects now. We have Refugee Ed also. It's learning activities. And kids and family, they have interactive discussions and they have like play together, and it's very learning, a lot of learning activities. We also have a dance group that's called All Under the Same Sun. And that's also asylum seekers, it's for kids. They do acrobatic, gymnastic, and dancing, and they go even on to different cities and making big shows. So it's a lot going on in Restad Gård. And also every day we work with the labor market, because as you all know, it's not easy these days to be able to stay in Sweden. So when we help with the labor market, it gives the asylum seeker a little bit of light. You can see that they want to do something to stay in Sweden. So we can see that it has been a craze a lot to the willing to get a job and to be able to stay in Sweden, and also do something for the society in the integration. Then also we have activities that talk about the men's health and the women's health. It's very important also for new people in Sweden to learn about this. In many countries also, we don't maybe talk about certain things, and it's very good to give knowledge and to just give them basic information about this. And then we have like activities for them to just have fun, to have a meeting space to come. For example, we have pool, ping pong, we have a little library also, so they can read books and even loan a book and take it with you. So we try to have like a big meeting place in a house where we have different organizations. It's Support Group Network, it's the Red Cross, it's Save the Children, and it's another group of Knoppar. So we are several organizations, and we try to work together and do also activities together. So in this house, we have, it's supposed to be a lot of activities for the asylum seeker, and it's a good meeting space. It's good for them to come, and they can choose of what kind of activities they want to do. So we offer a lot of things. I think if I start talking about everything, it will be too long. So you get like the basic activities.
Thank you very much, Malin. We really appreciate what you are doing in Restad Gård and overall. And now we will go for, since this is well known, maybe in Swedish, what we are doing in Rested Gård. It's where we started. We always like to be in Rested Gård. But now let's go further to the next point, which is what we are doing in Germany. Musab, would you like to tell us about Germany?
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Bilal, for giving me the word. In Germany, we have many sections we are working on. So I will divide the work from us to the sections we are working on. The first one is the youth section, children and youth. In this section, we have many projects. The project is about, the first one is about educating the children the mother language from the homeland, and teaching the parents the German language through dialogue. Based on that, we built other projects, some like courses for the school classes, like for math and English and German, physics, and so on, for all school classes, to support the children in the school. This project started in Corona time, so we started this project on the needs on the needs of the children and youth. After that, we started also with other projects for the children, such as theater, and now we are starting with art and music project, and democracy building project also for the youth. For the for the women department, we have since 4 years the project with the name of Women Power. In this project, we have many different seminars about many different themes, such as the health of the woman, the school system, the rules in Germany, and so on. And on that, we have a language cafe where the women come to train their German language with mother speakers, with German mother speakers. And we have also sport project for women. What we are planning now. For the third department, we have our academical department. In this department, we support students with refugee background in the classes at the university. When we recognize that there is a class with high with so many people who didn't achieve it, we start the support for this class in 2 languages, the mother language of the student and the German language, so they are able to, or we can support them in this class. Also, we support students in the software they need for the work after the university. When we recognize that there is some software they need at the work, but they don't learn it at the university, so we support them so they can start directly with the work. Yes, this is about the academical department. We have now some new departments, such labor market, including in this department we started with a project who's in whole Germany, and we are responsible for the room of Stuttgart with around more than 700,000 citizens. In this project, we support the newcomers with refugee background or without refugee background to have job when they have certificate, but it's not recognized from the German side. We help them to recognize it, and also for the people who worked in some jobs in their homeland, but they don't have certificates with this job. So we try to give them the certificate for that. The next department is training department of building. In this department, we started a project to support them. Meanwhile, the training, the Ausbildung, and we are planning also to connect them with the Leibermarkt, so they can start directly after the training. Also, on other hand, we do also some activities who started for one time just as festivals and like book festival and other cultural activities. And we do also sport activities, just like football each week for the youth with refugee background and so on. Yes, this is about our work in Germany. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Musab. We are really glad that you are here today and telling us about what Support Group Network is doing in Germany, and it feels that we are doing somehow the same and targeting the same focus areas and trying to do really need-based stuff that people really need and like, and especially in those difficult times of high inflation and you know what's going on the world. So it's good that we are there and supporting as much as we can. Thank you. And now we will talk about the balance sheet and result sheet and the audit sheet and all those economical sheets. And it will be Khalil who will be talking.
Tack Bilal. I det här dokumentet visar vi resultaträkning för intäkter och kostnader för hela organisationen i 2022. I det här filen, det är 3 olika delar. Den första del som ingår i rörelseintäkter. Det visar vilka försäljning varor eller tjänster har sålt från SGN med intäkter till organisation med 350 000 kronor. Och den andra delen är övriga rörelseintäkter. Det visar andra intäkter, till exempel som medlemsavgift, det bidrag som kommer från EU eller statliga intäkter och från kommunala och övriga intäkter. Den 2 största intäkterna är från statliga bidrag som till exempel Västra Götalandsregion och Länsstyrelsen, MUCF, och den andra är erhållna offentliga bidrag från personal, och det kommer från som stöd till personal från Arbetsförmedlingen. I nästa är i rörelsekostnader, och det delar i 2 stycken. Det viktigaste, det är övriga externa kostnader, och det är en del av lokalkostnader, förbrukningsmaterial, resekostnader, och här kan man läsa hur mycket kostar i varje del i 2022. Och i den andra största utgifter, det är personalkostnader. Och det är upp till nästan 5 miljoner. Och i sista siffran, det är minus 241 000 kronor i 2021. Det här siffran, det är skillnaden mellan intäkter och utgifter för 2022. Så det är minus 241. I den andra filen som ni kan se just nu, det är årsredovisning. Och årsredovisning, vi kan säga att det är total uppfattning av ekonomiska grejer i Support Group Network. Så vi jobbar med 2 olika dokumenter. Det är resultaträkning, balansräkning, och sen vi tar ifrån dessa filer den viktigaste siffror och uppfattar dem i en fil som heter årsredovisning, och det är signerat och stämplat från ordförande av SGN. Och det inkluderar 4 sidor: förvaltning, berättelse, resultaträkning, balansräkning och noter. Det här vi kan säga det är kapital, förändringskapital, eget kapital i Support Group Network. Vi kan säga att i slutet av 2021 det var runt 450 000 kronor, och på grund av att 2022 var minus, så resultatet för kapitalet blir 289 000 kronor till och med sista 2022. I sidan nummer 3, det är uppfattning, vi kan säga det är samma uppgifter som var i resultaträkning, plus det jämföra med förra året. Så vi kan läsa 2 olika kolumner, det är för 2021 och 2022, så får man jämföra mellan 2 siffror. Och i nummer 4, det är balansräkning som visar vilka skulder har vi till exempel att betala den i framtiden, och vilka kapital och årsresultat. Och antal av anställda i 2021 och 2022. Och det är stämplat och signerat från ordförande och Support Group Network. I will try to summarize everything in English. This number it's to show the cost and the income for the whole organization in 2022. This file that you can see right now, it's called result statement. In the first part, you can see how much income to the organization during the 2022. It's in 2 parts. The first part is for the services and the product that we sell it from Support Group to another partner. And the second one, it's the fund that we got it from different statements from EU or for the municipalities here or from the region. And the total, it's up till 6,400,000 kronor. And in the second biggest part, it's the cost. Show the details of the costs during the 2022. For example, the rent, insurance, the operating expenses during this year. And the second for costs, it's for the employees with the details, the salary and the tax, and for the employees insurance and everything. And the last number, it's 2,042,000 kronor minus. It's the result for the operating. It's the difference between the income and the cost during the 2022. If you can move to the next sheet, please. This file, it's called Årsredovisning. I don't know what it's called in English, but we can say that it's the summarization, the summary for all of the information from all the economy documents like result statement and the balance sheet, that you can see everything, every cost. And the biggest, the most important number is the capital for the organization. If we can see in the number in the page number 2, we can read the AGET capital. It's the capital for the organization. It was in the beginning in 2022 451,000 kroner, and because we had like minus during the 2022, so in the end of the years we have right now in the support group's capital 2,089,000 kroner. And the next page is the same information in that file, but we put it in a special way to send it to the authorities and see the numbers, and the same times to compare it between the last years and this year's. So you can see two columns, one for the 2021 and for 2022. And this document, it's template and sign it from the chairman of organization. Any question about the numbers, anything, you can contact me or I can explain more.
Thank you, Khalil. I guess this is really clear, at least for me, but maybe not clear for everyone. So as Khalil said, if you'd like to know more, then maybe we can also talk more about it. And maybe you received, or anything, you received a copy, a signed copy from the STLC last week, including all those financial documents. So you might also double check. Yes. And now I will invite Noor to för att berätta om revisionsberättelse. Vanligtvis brukar vår revisor Hadi Al-Maani tillsammans med Iman Al-Bahtari, som är 2 stycken revisorer, brukar prata om den. Hadi är bortrest, så det blir vår kassör som fick den här berättelsen tecknad från revisorer. Varsågod Noor, du får gärna berätta.
Ja, tack Bilal. Hörs jag bra? Hör ni mig? Ja, jättebra. Okej. Jag ska berätta om revisionsberättelse för 2022. Som Bilal sa, att det var Hadi Al-Maani och Iman Al-Bahtari som är våra revisorer. Så de har granskat alla beslut, åtgärder och förhållanden i förening för att kunna bedöma om styrelse eller någon i styrelse som har handlat i strid mot föreningsstadgar eller årsmötet beslut. De har granskat räkenskaper, kontrollerat bankkonto. De har även granskat protokoll över styrelsesammanträde. De i årsredovisning intagna resultat och balansräkning överstämmer med granskad bokföring. Granskning har utförts enligt god redovisningstid och enligt all information, så de beslutade att balans- och resultaträkning fastställs. Ur ett resultat överförs i en ny räkning. Styrelseledamöter och kassören beviljas ansvarig frihet för räkenskapsåret 2022. Jag ska försöka bara sammanfatta på engelska. I try to summarize everything in English. Hadi Al-Maani och Iman Al-Bahtari, who are auditor, they have audited accounts and checked bank accounts. They have also reviewed the board's meeting, the profit and loss statements and balance sheet included in the annual report are consistent with audited accounting. The review has been carried out in accordance with good accounting practice. According to all information, auditor decide to the balance sheet and profit and loss statements are determined. The year results are transferred to a new account. The members of the board and the treasurer are granted discharge for the financial year 2022. Any question?
Thank you very much, Noor. I guess you have talked about most of it very nicely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's see. And before we move forward to Medlem Avgift, I would like also to mention here that we are what's called anlita. Vad heter anlita på engelska? We are dealing with an auktoriserad revisor, but an external audit outside of the whole organization that's paid to look in our projects and to make something very big of it. So maybe på svenska är lite lättare för mig än vi har anlitat en auktoriserad revisor för att granska våra största projekt. Och de har hittills granskat upp till 4 eller 5 av våra största projekt med belopp som är över 3 eller 3,5 miljoner kronor av våra största projekt. Och det gör vi för säkerhets skull och för att vi är transparenta. Vi vill jättegärna att hela tiden hålla koll på hur våra projekt genomförs och hur våra slutliga rapporter hänger ihop med de ekonomiska rapporterna. I'm trying to say that we are, as I said, I don't know what's in English, the exact word, income statement, chartered accountant, certified public accountant, to go through our biggest projects with amount for more than 3.5 million crowns of those projects that you have seen on those numbers. And they have been going through all of them, and they have checked everything. Everything was fine as we expected, but we are doing this once again because in Swedish we say it säkerhetsskuld, be in the safe side, and just to be transparent as we have been all the time. So this is something to add here because this is something good we are doing, and you deserve also to know what we are doing. Let's go forward to the medlemsavgift. Här måste vi fastställa medlemsavgift, membership fee. And because of the current situation, the high inflation in not only in Sweden but worldwide, the styrelsen, the board is suggesting to make it to continue the same, not raise it, however. Så när det gäller medlemsavgifter, det ska fortsätta på samma sätt, väldigt litet, 75 kronor per år för en enskild person. Hela familjen kan vara med för 100 och sen pensionärer studenter 50. Asylum seekers tar vi in ingenting. And here is what we also called in Swedish a vänlig påminnelse. To pay your medlemship fee because in your local association, because this is how the democratic work in civil society organizations continues. So everyone needs to take their responsibility and pay their medlem fee to their local förening. Här skickar jag med en liten påminnelse om att betala sina medlemavgift för sin respektive lokalförening. Det är jätteviktigt för att föreningarna ska kunna fortsätta verka på ett demokratiskt sätt. Så om ni håller med att fortsätta på samma nivåer för medlemsavgifter så kan ni bara testa. Om någon vill tillägga något eller ändra något så kan de sträcka upp handen och säga någonting emot. If you agree, you can keep silent. If you don't agree, you can express yourself by unmuting yourself. Så we go forward. Fastställande av verksamhetsplan samt behandling av budget för det kommande verksamhetsräkenskapsåret. And now we need to just everyone agree about the annual report. And we will soon talk about the expected budget for next year. If you agree for the annual report that we have represented, you all the same, you can keep silent. If you don't agree, you can express yourself. Om du tycker att vi kan fastställa verksamhetsplanen så kan du hålla tyst. Annars kan du, om du inte håller med, så kan du räcka upp handen eller prata. Unmuta dig och prata. Before we talk this, let's talk about the budget, expected budget for next year, because we are expecting some support for projects within about 2.7 millions, and EU support, financial support by 300,000 crowns, medlemavgift 20,000, and from the state 385. Other types of financial support for personnel, for employees from Arbetsförmedlingen, 1.6 millions, and sales and some things that we sell as services, as we, we have a cafeteria and so on, 100,000, and other things for 15,000, and this is this gives a total of 5.176,000. And our costs are about, the biggest thing is their salaries and their försäkring. And then the localities, the facilities where we are, 2,500, administration 1,025. When it comes to the material that we are using, the office materials and the resekostnader, is the travel costs, it's being very expensive nowadays in Sweden, so that's why it's raised this year compared to last year. Other things are very usual and normal, and this gives a total of 5,220,000. And we expect that by the end of this year, we will be in minus 45,000. But this is not actual numbers. This is only an estimation, so it might differ. It might become the same. We don't know. This is only how we think it will go. Now we can get back to something that we need to focus on, because we are exceeding the time, so I will be quick here. We are focusing more and more on the labor market, because there is the biggest need that we see among people, as well as the work with youth. You can say that we are working the most with this labor market and with youth on different levels. We are all the time looking for more collaborators and more collaboration, because it strengthens us and it it opens new doors. And we are searching for new possibilities, new EU projects, and at the same time we are trying to give more support to local associations. Vi har mer fokus på arbetsmarknaden och ungdomars arbete. Och sen letar vi hela tiden efter nya EU-projekt och nya samverkanspartners. Sen hoppas vi att i år kunna ge bättre stöd till lokala föreningarna. And one of the last things now, if we have a suggestion or motions from the electoral register. We didn't get anything, as I guess. The board get nothing until yesterday. They got no motions or suggestions. Förslag från styrelsen fanns inga och motioner från restlängd. Styrelsen har inte fått något skriftligt, men vi är öppna hela tiden. Om någon har något förslag eller motion så kan ni säga det nu. So if you have any suggestion or motion, you can say it now, because we have the possibility. If not, then we continue. Here's our lovely board. We have the chairman, Adnan Abdul Ghani. Thank you, Adnan, for last year. And we have Najat, who is not with us today. We have Noor, we have Musab, Hala, and Adnan al-Bakhtari, Dr. Adnan. We as employees in this organization are very proud of our active board. Actually, they have been very active last year, and I personally are following their meetings, their protocols, and their suggestions. They are trying to do more than what the time permits, actually. So we are actually lucky having this board. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bilal, for all the work for this conference, for this general conference. And actually, I can speak in behalf of the board of the organization. You know, we are really proud of all the work of our colleagues, the employees of the organization, all the volunteers in the local trainings, in the organizations and in the branches in Sweden and Germany. We are proud of all the good work that you have done in around Europe. You know, we know not only that you're doing good work on the ground with, as I say, asylum seekers, with newcomers, with migrants, but also in activity-wise. You lead projects as well on a regional level and on a national level, but also the advocacy. And I would really recognize the two main steps you mentioned in the beginning of this meeting, the umbrella organization for youth, migrant youth around Europe that our organization supported, and the other one is also the umbrella for migrant-led organizations all around Europe. On this advocacy level, and with your support, each individual in our organization, we make big difference on European level, on advocacy side. And when I talk about advocacy side, on changing how Europe working with migrants and with refugees, you can see this influence through for example, the funds that the EU right now releasing. Look at these funds. The AMIF fund, one of the biggest fund towards migration and integration. You know, if you look at that, you can see all the lines of our organization there. They are talking more now because of our advocacy, because of your work, each individual one of you. They are talking more about to include migrants in the projects, to include migrants as experts, to make sure that the target group of these projects are part of the planning, part of the implementation, and part of the evaluation. And this is what we want. We want more active part for the target group. And this is a message actually from the board of the organization to all of you, to all volunteers, and also to all our employees. You know, it's very important, and you know that we always remind that it's very important to remember that we are not. This is not just a job. We are not just going to another job. It's an employment that I go, I do my mission, and I leave. This is really an activism. We are active for our rights, for our community rights, for human rights. You know, when we work with our organization, when we do any activity, remember the first line why this organization are created. to empower people to take things to their own matters. Don't do the activities with perspective that I am the expert and I will do that to you and I will help you or support you and I leave. Always look for ways on how you can empower the people that you work with, that they lead the work, they do the activities themselves. Sure, it's difficult. Sure, it's not always easy, but this is why we created this organization. This is what we want from this organization. We don't want another organization who just have employees, such as any other organizations. We come from the people, and we are the people we are fighting for. So please keep on the good work. We are proud of you, and we hope that we are also in the same time we can level up to your expectation and we can give all the support that we do. Thank you so much for everyone for attending this meeting. Thank you so much, Bilal, for the leadership of this meeting, and for all the colleagues, for all the wonderful colleagues that talk about. I know it's a lot of work. You can look at these information in the advancement practice of last year. All the financial and the work plans of the organization will be public. It will be on our website, and anyone can download it and look at it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adnan. Really nice words, because this is why support group network exists. And at the time that we feels that we are only doing some work or any kind of work that's not needed, it's only us who are employees at this organization are benefiting in, then we can gladly close the organization and go home. So this is a very good message to take home message, that we are here because we need each other in this society, and there is a lot of big needs out there. So we need to search for them and to collaborate with all individuals and associations, organizations, to make it easier for newcomers, for asylum seekers, for migrants, and everyone. And the ultimate goal is actually to have including the which is not far away, maybe a couple of 100 years, if not more than this. And by this, I guess we are closing the meeting. If anyone has a comment or a question, they still have the opportunity to put it here. Vi kommer... Mötet är nästan klart. Om någon har någon fråga eller kommentar så kan de ställa den här innan vi stänger mötet. Annars kan vi stänga också, öppna dörren på nytt. 1, 2, 3. Så mötet är klart. Thank you for attending the meeting. You can leave the meeting if you want, because it's ended now, and we open once again the opportunity to ask questions or to give some suggestions or comments on relevant things. So if you feel so, please don't hesitate.
Thank you.
Thank you, Noor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Tacka.
Hej då.
Hej då. Thank you, Muhammad.